sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, this is Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Happy Mother's Day, and this is a Happy Mother's Day special. Definitely make sure you wish your mother a Happy Mother's Day, especially if you're married. I got my wife. Definitely got to make sure you say Happy Mother's Day to her, mother of our wonderful children, and for all those out there, definitely want to say thank you for all that you have done to take care of us children that need that mother loving that really is desperately needed for good growing structure. Anyways, as always, before we get in, like, subscribe button, appreciate all the supporters of the channel. If you see value what we're doing here today, smash those buttons, and we can't thank you enough. It's free to support the channel and subscribe, like, whatever, and leave some comments to help other people learn about the game, because this is all about learning, sailing ships, shooting ships, and having fun at the same time. So anyways, I'm doing this video because there is a lot of people doing like guide videos. I think a lot of guys that I follow, Trendlass, Sea Lord, everybody, Potato, they're basically doing videos about how to play a ship, and I really enjoy the destroyer gameplay role, so I just focus on destroyer tactics, techniques, and procedures to figure out how can I make you a better destroyer player, what helps me a lot in these games. And I just picked Marceau. I just literally woke up this morning and just saying, yeah, I'll play one game and see how it goes. And man, I just started off with a new build. You can play Marceau differently, two ways. You can play a hunter-killer destroyer or a kind of Khabarov's Kleber kind of gun farmer, as you can see in the background. The background really, like I said, is long-range gun HE spamming for the initial engagement, and then afterwards you're going to focus on more destroyer-killer gameplay and submarine. This video is a great example. I literally just picked it up and played. It's a great example of what you can do as a destroyer player about being literally doing everything. You can kill destroyers, kill submarines, kill cruisers, kill battleships, take on the carriers. Literally, in this video is a great demonstration. I didn't even plan this. I thought it was like, oh, okay, let's just play for fun, and we'll do a video about how to do well in it. See carriers attacking me, everybody's attacking me. It's a great, what is it called? HE decoy spammer, if you want to call it that, where you're literally running around with your head cut off and absorbing so much firepower damage. Notice you don't rush into your death like everybody does, especially with a carrier and a sub. And I've always said, look, if you have a sub on your side, most likely they're going to spawn the enemy carrier on your side. So don't rush in and try to get spotted and perma-pinged the whole time. The best thing to do is for you to do your job, hold a flank, and really spot for your team, and then absorb damage. Notice that nobody's firing at Shigashima and Brennis, really. They're shooting at me. They're focusing on me, which is another role. Now GK fires at someone else. It's a great role to have because it saves a lot of fire damage to your friendlies, because if your friendly's not getting shot at, and look at that, first blood, flare scale, splash one. Right there, it was just spamming GK, big hunk of target. Actually, I think GK is kind of like irrelevant now, because I don't know what they did to it. It just doesn't seem to be working in the meta today. As you can see right there, I literally just spammed them the whole time. We absorbed over 874 billion potential right there, just being shot at alone. In the first round of the game, getting almost a million potential is essentially you're an annoying destroyer, but it's good because that's how much ordnance was not fired at your teammates. Okay, so what did I was talking about? Like literally being that HE decoy, everybody's firing at you, spamming battleships. That was the first thing I did. Notice that when you spam battleships and take it out right off the bat, you just opened up an entire flank for your battleship to be a little bit more, I would say, happier. But then also the cruisers are okay with it. They're not going to get basically sniped or whatever, gunned down. But again, we're not done with this flank yet. Just because we eliminated GK doesn't mean there's still threats in the area. So we're going to eliminate one threat at a time. I was thinking about the Yu Yang here. On hindsight, I should not have chased him because one, he outspots me, but he fired in the open. He's not our radar Yang. He has smoke, so therefore he's going to smoke up right there, which means he'll go undetected while he keeps perma-spotting me from the submarine or somebody else. Notice our gun range is a lot bigger now, 13.8, so therefore anything within that radius of a circle, look on the mini-map, 13.8, anything that's inside of that is not inside smoke or behind an island will spot me. Therefore, it's free damage on me. However, The beautiful thing about the Marceau is the speed. You notice my engine boost speed lasts for 234 seconds, a long, long time we've built for it. And essentially, I'm getting up to 55 knots the whole time. I'm just running away. I'm just a full throttle speed boating. I mean, this is the go fast boat. It's awesome to getting out of dodge or rushing into dodge. All right, look at this. It's got the defensive fire AA, boom, 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 boom. There it is. I shoot down all 8 planes of Midway. That Midway probably is a new player because they probably didn't armor up the planes and build 4 of it. So for me to shoot down a bunch of planes in a Marceau is really unheard of, and the rare instances that a new player is playing as a carrier. So there you go. We took down a whole squadron of carriers, or a fleet planes, CV planes. And you can see right there, this thing is very, very versatile for what it can do. I mean, we've already shot out a battleship. We're taking down the destroyer. We're going to probably later on hunt the submarine, but not for now. The submarine, as you can tell, is running away as always. I don't understand this whole kiting away submarine idea. I thought the whole point of a submarine is a Russian kill spot, whatever, but whatever. People want to play like they want to play. Can't do nothing about that. But let's talk about Marceau. Okay, so why is Marceau so great in my personal opinion? One, it's got the basic idea is fast, speed. Kleber and it does and excels at a very good job of this. It really has the speed to really drive around, cap, spot, run around with your head cut off. It just gets around the map so fast and quickly, and with the engine boosts and everything, and they last for a long time. So you are literally the quick reaction force. You need to get out there and do things. The other one is basically it's got the French saturation. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Essentially, you take damage a lot slower than most other ships. So as people fire at you, everything gets saturated, and the shells are just getting nerfed essentially from the other ship because they don't do as much effective damage. The HE and AP have the highest AP, HE and EDP in the game. Very, very awesome. Here we go. Let's show off the Hunter-Killer Destroyer roll. All right, let me talk about this one more time. So the HE essentially is very, very good. One of the highest DPM rates in the game, especially if you built for it. Look, 2.5 second reload, and I got Fearless Brawler going. AP is also on the high end. I think Haragumo or somebody else outguns it, but it's still high up there. It's in the top 1 or 2, right? So you got literally the most HE and AP damage in the game for destroyers. Very awesome. 9-kilometer torpedoes. They're there if you need it. I mean, I don't really get too many torpedo hits. They're just lucky. Depth charges, blah, blah, blah. DFA is DFA, whatever. You can take whatever you want on a grain of salt. It just depends on whatever carrier you're playing that day. And, of course, the engine boost we talked about. The guns are amazing. Now, watch this. Notice that I know that the Yoyang doesn't have torpedoes against me. Remember, his deep waters can't hit me. As you engage a destroyer, especially Yoyang, he outspots me. See, Yoyang up here, I always have this mod up here. It tells me he outspots me by 5.8 to my 7.7, I believe. Essentially, I've built this for a long-range kind of Kleber style destroyer. You can get this thing down to 7.0, but for Marceau, I had to sacrifice concealment to get this Fearless Brawler, which reduces my gun reload time to 10%. So now, the only way I can duke it out with a destroyer is if I catch him off guard within islands, because islands at least shield your detection so you can get in there real close. But you're not going to be able to chase down, especially without RPF. Now, my other build is RPF, concealment, not focus on the gun range as much, but still high firepower. By doing that, you can chase down destroyers. If, let's say, he smokes up, at least with my RPF, I know what direction he is in the smoke, and I can charge him. In this mode, where I have no RPF, no concealment, I'm literally just relying on just sheer gameplay. Like, where will he be at? Where can I just visually line of sight spot him? All right, so right here, he's probably going to slow down. I'm going to aim right in front of him as he slows down in the smoke, making sure nobody else is spotting me. I'm going to then charge the smoke, okay? I'm not scared of his torpedoes because why? He has deep water, so all he has is guns, and I know I can out-DP him. There it is. There's that smoke, and notice my exclamation point is gone, which means that nobody's spotting for him outside of his smoke, therefore I can go in for free. Look at these torpedoes. Yeah, they're there if you need them, and they're both sides, great angles, but they're there just like Kleber style. They are weaker than Kleber torpedoes by the chance, but you know what? We got the guns, so we're going to race. He's probably reversing, right? So we're going to go straight at him, and then watch this. There he is. So he's out of position. Not all his guns are facing me. I definitely out-DP him, and boom, he goes down. Splash 2, and then I use his smoke. Again, this is the beautiful thing about rushing smoke, because then you can use it if you can kill the destroyer against another enemy. Now, watch, here's the power of the AP right here. AP on the Marceau is amazing. Look at 3,000 damage. Like I said, the AP on this thing is amazing, especially on these light cruisers, if you can find them. I might even think about using AP on destroyers. I kind of want to see how that works. I've been using AP a lot with the hull, the Druid, and everything, but now let me see if AP actually works on the Marceau. They have horrendous angles, but we'll check it out. All right, so now we're getting rushed by Cerberus. See those angles? Very, very bad right there. Ricocheted all of them. So not the greatest angles, so the HE is your bread and butter right there. Look at that, 1,200 damage. We'll take it. And then you start a lot of fires, too. All right, so we're nosing away. So as a good destroyer player, we are nosing away. Slim profile. He only has his front turrets. That's all he can do right now. He's trying to avoid an angle to us. And then he's outside of his range of his hydro. And we catch him in his smoke. He's down. Splash 3. 71,000 damage. He goes down right there. And now, again, as a destroyer player, what you're focused on at this point is really you've killed the majority of the team on the flanks, and now you're focused on capping, spotting, and that's really all you can do at this point, especially look at my DPM. See, notice that I had over 1 million potential damage shot at me, and my HP is still at 7,700 because everything's saturated. Anything everybody fires at me doesn't do the most damage it could do. And, man, everybody's so toxic. Look, you guys, if you're playing this game, try to be nice to other people. You get nothing out of being mean, right? So if they get nothing out of being mean, at least be positive, be helpful, encourage, and we're all here to learn, right? If someone makes a mistake, we all started there. We all know that. Be a good player, be a nice player, have a good time out there, make good friends. You get nothing out of being negativity because why? All the negativity does is spawn more negativity. All right, let's go into Charlie Cap again. Very good at spotting. And that's all you can do here. I'll speed it up here for you. I mean, the Marceau excels at just running around, quick reaction force kind of style, gunboat, speed, fast gunboat, to really, take over all the caps and spot. That's why I enjoy Marceau and Kleber so much, because they are so fast. They can go to the other side of the map, and it's not really a concern. And it's easy because then you go where you're needed. And that's what I like doing about World of Warships. I keep the minimap blown up so you can go where you are needed to help your team win. Notice that everybody's in the back right here running away, so pretty much the game is over. At this point, it's just spamming for fun. And this is where the Marceau excels a lot. It's just running around, spamming HE the whole time. And nobody can hit you for some reason. Unless you got these really, really good players that have been playing this for a while. They know how to aim at a Marceau and a Kleber. It's so difficult trying to hit a 55-knot destroyer with the slow reloading guns. So right here, just spamming HE on the Yamato. I'm zoomed out a little bit to see the arcs are horrendous. All right, he fires at me. I turn in with speed up. So if I turn in, the shells should kind of overshoot you, and that kind of helps me out a lot with these big battleships. And now he gave up on us. So you see, if you can throw off one set of shells, and usually it works out. All right, we got our DFA activated and shooting down his airplanes. Again, it's hard for a carrier to hit a Kleber and a Marceau. It's so fast. So we just drive right by all the missiles right there, and that's the power. We got a submarine to our north. We got a battleship to the south. We got a carrier right above us. So look at the power of Marceau, man. I'm telling you, it is like literally also kind of like a Frankenstein where everybody's shooting and you're just not dying. You're a juggernaut in the sense with speed. And, actually get a torpedo hit? My gosh, see, they're the torpedoes. That's what they do. Torpedo, splash 4. All right, let's make it splash 5 here. Splash 5 Kraken, and let's see if we can call this thing and find a... let's see if we can find that submarine and make it a good kill. Any day you can kill a submarine is a good day, especially when it gets you a Kraken. I mean, my gosh, I gotta tell you. So we killed the battleship, we killed the destroyer, we killed carrier planes. Now we killed a cruiser, and now we're working on the submarine. Okay, watch this. Turn hard in. Since he has no homing, these things went home. They're just going in a straight line. And oh my goodness, see the power of the depth chart. Notice that. Okay, look, did you see that ping right there? That ping was actually going this direction, which according to Wargaming says that's the direction of travel. But look where he's going. He's going in the opposite direction. Wargaming has literally favored the submarines so much to the point where they made their mechanics and UI literally so broken and it just doesn't make sense. Where they said that the direction of the ping is supposed to tell me where the submarine's going, but look, he's going in the opposite direction, and he's nowhere, near that ping, whatever. Dude, submarines are broken and busted. They don't belong in this game. And look at this. Now we're just going to gunboat. Now he has no defensive against us. I guess this is a good thing because the submarine has no way to kill me at this point. I can just shoot and gunboat down for free. And essentially, I am now doing every role possible in this game where I'm now a hunter, killer, submarine destroyer. Blow him to smithereens. He's gone. That was satisfying. Getting a Kraken on a sub kill, most gratifying thing possible. 115,000 damage. Happy Mother's Day to all you guys out there. And let's go back and let's kill some carriers. Another good day is to kill carriers, okay? We're switching to AP at this point because why not? Let's look at the power of what the AP can do on this ship. I got our guns down to 2.2 second reload now, and broadside carrier, why not? The carrier will just eat this AP for lunch. 2,000, sorry, look at 800. Yeah, it does a lot of great damage. Only 4,000 HP left. We probably will get this. Look at that. There we go. Confederate locked in. Boom. He goes down. Splash 6. 130,000 damage. Now I just got the Brigade. At this point, we can throw away our ship. It is, game is pretty much over at this point. And we'll see what the AP can do on a Zao. Shooting down airplanes, taking on a battleship, taking on a cruiser. Yeah, the AP is amazing, actually, if you can get the angles correctly. I still think the HE is pretty good. It just guarantees those hits. But if you get the broadside, look at that broadside, 1,200, 1,600 damage. Very good on the Zao. Unfortunately, we don't get that final kill. But look at this. Efficiency expert on this. I mean, one of my best games in the Marceau. Efficiency expert. Pumps out a lot of credits if you put the flags on. 146,000 damage. Look at that. 532 hits. Torpedoes. 26 planes shot down. I should have got it. Only a few more planes and I would have gotten an AA expert like that. 6 kills, 8 fire, a lot of fires. I actually got a flooding and always capturing points. Bread and butter of the game. Capping and spotting like always. And what does that do for you? It gets you number 1 in the team. Look at that. Detailed report. Let's take a look at 111,000 with the guns. Very good fire, very good guns. Notice the AP was catching up there pretty darn effectively with only half the hits, 42,000. Torpedoes, we're shooting down 61,000 airplanes. Pretty incredible right there. We were spotting 50,000. We got potential damage. We got torpedoed. We were capturing, doing every single thing to be a good destroyer player. And that's how I play Marceau. Absolutely worth it. Definitely a must to get in the game. Some of the highest DPM in the game. And it is a very powerful and probably annoying ship to see spawn on your flank. But as always, hope you guys enjoy the video. Happy Mother's Day. Make sure you say Happy Mother's Day to your mom. And until next time, you guys stay safe. Make sure you say hello to me out there. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.